what's up guys? Good morning. It is very dark outside. I think the moon's still out. I'm with Kinsey here. We are going to meet up with some people and then we're going to drive 3 or 3.5 hours to Columbus GalaxyCon. So it's the largest Comic-Con on the East Coast and they got a lot of stuff going on. Matthew Lillard's going to be there. They're doing a special premiere of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the new movie that's out. A lot of the cast of Critical Role is going to be there. I've been to a lot of these Comic-Con type events. I got a picture with the Booty Shorts cop from Reno 911. I got a autograph from the original voice of Mario. And me and my sister have several autographs from the original cast of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I have a lot of those autographs, met a lot of those people. Met Toph, Azula, Uncle Iroh, and I think she's got Katara as well. No, she's Korra, not Katara. We also did a Weird Al panel and a William Shatner panel last year. So that was really cool. So we'll see what's going on. I'm just gonna kind of record in case something cool happens. We will see you guys in Columbus.
As a main paint. So all my main paints are blue on and all the main paints on the side will be back to get one free.
And on the moment, we'll figure it out while watching what's been shot. I have been trying for 3 movies to get Sonic the Hedgehog to say Hachi Machi. It's like The Critic. I don't know if anybody ever saw that TV show, The Critic, in the 90s.
None of you in the theater. How many of you were here so late last night it constitutes as today? Yeah, there's a lot of people. All right. Oh, we already have a line. This is great. I will have a couple rules for you guys real quick, Kate. Please help me welcome out the cast of Critical Role. Liam O'Brien, Sam Ringer, Laura Bailey, and Travis Willingham.
Yeah, Ronan likes Grog and Thor, but usually Grog because he's a big dummy.
I like speaking in an awkward German accent quite a bit. It feels very at home to me, it feels right, but also I like be spending a lot of time as an old man.
I'm really bad at voices and accents. Some of us more detailed than others, obviously. Taliesin, Ashley, Laura have encyclopedic amounts of
I'd say
information.
Taliesin is probably
Talison's the top.
The top.
You and Ashley are a 10 and Taliesin, out of 10 and Taliesin is 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. Travis is
Like a 3?
He's like, you just give him some fur.
I just said paladin and all of a sudden a lion was on the paper. I was like, oh, sounds good.
But no, for the character art for this campaign, we went through, well, I went through like 3 or 4 different revisions, and the artists are so amazing. They give you different options, like just for Wickander's staff, they gave me like 6 options, and you get to sort of play, you mix and match, like the top of this one, the bottom of this one, the middle of that one. It's so fun. Maybe we'll post some of the in-progress art at some point.
Yeah, it's multiple revisions regardless of who it is, because you can try different outfits. For me, it was different fur colors, stripes, spots, are there tattoos, what weapons are they holding, what does the shield or armor look like, what are on their feet, what are on their wrists.
What is their favorite song?
You get into the nitty gritty. What is the favorite song?
I don't know. Sometimes you say like, I want these.
I would change Chetney's class from a blood hunter, because I didn't like the higher levels. I wanted to do more magic, and I would make him a wicked ass sorcerer.
I probably would switch Jester from a cleric.
Well,
to
what, you want to
like-
heal? You don't want to heal, Jester?
Listen, once Caduceus was in the picture, what's the point? Yeah, I'd have shimmied over to like a sorcerer or a warlock though. Yeah, I'll go warlock. Why not?
Both narratively and gameplay wise, I still think about what it would have been like taking Vax to level 20 as a rogue assassin, where
Yeah.
I could basically just bop anyone on the head and they evaporate.
I feel like you already could do that.
He was just fast, Laura. He was just fast.
He had like 20 attacks.
All my characters have been perfect.
Thank you.
This is the line for Matthew Lillard. Oh, there he is. That's awesome. I guess it was because his movie just came out, but Matthew Lillard had a line of like over 1,000 people the entire weekend. Morning to night, 10 hours on Saturday, 10 hours on Sunday. This man was just talking and meeting with people. I'd go nuts. I would go nuts. Cheech and Chong were there, and if you don't know who they are, they're like a legendary comedy duo from like the 70s and 80s. They had several weed comedy movies like Up in Smoke. Super, super famous older actors. My dad really wanted to meet them. They had an event going on where it was called Cheech and Chong's Hangout. So you could pay $420. You could go to this bar called Half Baked. You could smoke a joint with Cheech and Chong and hang out with them for like an hour. And you got a bunch of merch and stuff. My dad really wanted to do it, but he didn't want to go by himself. We already had plans, so he ended up not doing it. But they were there. It was super, super cool. But yeah, $420 to smoke and chill with Cheech and Chong. That's crazy. Double kill. We were going to get Critical Role's autographs, but the lines are 8 miles long and they've capped them, so you can't even wait 2 hours. So I'm going to go get Bowser and Daisy's autograph because I have Mario's. So I'm going to put all of them together. It's going to be awesome.
We'll try for Laura Bailey tomorrow.
Yeah, Laura Bailey's going to have another signing opportunity tomorrow, so we'll see how the line looks then. I guess some kid got an autograph and just dropped it. That sucks. It's in the corner, maybe they'll find it.
Which cast?
So day 2 of the con, we actually managed to catch the Critical Role lines when they were relatively short. Laura Bailey's line was still kind of crazy, but Sam, Liam, and Travis, their lines were all like 15 people. We only had the time and the funds to get an autograph from one of the Critical Role people at this point because we spent so much money at Artist Alley, which you'll see later on. Me and my girlfriend decided to meet Sam Riegel. Now, Sam is one of my idols. We didn't expect to meet any of these people. We didn't have plans to talk to them of like things we wanted to say or anything like that. So we come across Sam Riegel's line and we realize that it's super short. There's like 5 people in the line. That's it. This guy had 1,000 people in his line just yesterday. So we decided to wait for Sam's autograph. We're going to get his out of the 4. And we both just froze. Like, I've heard people talk about fangirling and stuff for years, and I never could wrap my head around what that meant or what that felt like. And if I've ever had a moment in my life where I was just by one of my idols and I just completely froze, this was it. I'm sorry, Sam Riegel. We both got up to the front of the line. We got an autograph. We got a picture. We could barely say hi to the guy. Both me and my girlfriend just completely froze. And Sam awkwardly was like, guess people really like our show, huh? Just like trying to start a conversation. And we both were just like so just frozen. I don't know how to explain it any other way. And it sounds so weird and like cringe or whatever, but I mean, I've looked up to this guy for like 6 years, 7 years. I've been watching Critical Role forever. And my girlfriend too, she's a DM for her own D&D group. She's also been watching him forever. So it's like, we didn't know we were going to meet this man on this day. He was trying to like start a conversation with us, and we had nothing to say. Like the words just wouldn't come out. So kind of an awkward interaction, but he was super cool. He was so nice. And man, I wish I could just like sit down and have a conversation with him and it not be thrown on me spur of the moment. You know what I mean? Like I wish I could have prepped for it a little bit more, like kind of worked through in my head something I wanted to ask him or something like that. But he's such a great guy, and I just felt bad for freezing up. I just felt so bad for freezing up. I never had that happen to me before. I've never been that nervous to talk to somebody. After walking around the artist alley for a little bit, we had plans to go to a Cyanide and Happiness panel. Now, we've met Cyanide and Happiness several times. At the last Comic-Con we went to, they drew this of me and my girlfriend. This is her peeing on my shoulder, and there it is, and they signed it right here. But you know Cyanide and Happiness, they've got a massive YouTube channel. They've been doing comics on the internet for like 15, 20 years. We've got some of their board games and stuff. But yeah, we went to their panel. They showed us how they come up with ideas for their comic strips, their animations, and they took a lot of fan suggestions. They actually took one of our suggestions and they handed us this paper at the end of the panel. So my suggestion to Cyanide and Happiness was draw yourself but pregnant. So this is a lot of different suggestions from the crowd at the panel. And this right here is the guy who works at Cyanide and Happiness who was drawing, and he did me but pregnant. And then he also did other people from Cyanide and Happiness but pregnant. And this is like them, I guess, running over the babies or something. I don't know. It's kind of, grotesque, but up here at the top, we've got both of their signatures. And these are like babies flying away from the car. But yeah, they gave us this because they liked my suggestion of them but pregnant.
You. And whatever you say or throw out, if it's not funny, we won't do it. But we'll basically show you guys how we create what we create. If you guys are familiar with what we do at the table, we do improv drawings over there. So you basically throw a prompt at us, and we do a funny sketch, and so on and so forth.
Then where we kind of just whatever, and you guys will filter through what you see.
I think it's whatever people want to see.
But it is simple, but it's very distinct. When people try to replicate it, they can't figure out why. And there's a very specific reason for that. So the way we start is it's a simple circle. So with a nice circle, just like so, and you give him a little body, that's his box. A rectangle, maybe it's a rectangle boy. You want to add some limbs? Those are the real sticks. It's pretty simple. I know what a lot of you are thinking. You're like, I could do that. Hold on. Give him some eyes and a nice little smile. And there's your box boy. There you go. No reaction. All right. But the problem with that is that's not a CNH figure. That's not a Cyanide and Happiness box boy. So there's only one way to differentiate that. What is that, Connor? And there you have it. Now that is a Cyanide and Happiness guy. Or we don't have to do that.
I'm gonna start drawing for them and then maybe some Q&A stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, does anybody have any questions maybe about the creative process or anything in general? Maybe what they had for lunch today?
I'm about to tie your hands behind your back. Go ahead, MVP.
All right. Well, I was going to ask, how do you know when something has gone too far? Like, where do you draw a line?
This is going to be the most boring answer ever. But you know when you hang out with your friends and you go, dude, that's kind of funny. What if?
Yeah.
Done. That was it. We were doing, so Rob, Dave, and Chris are the guys who started the comics. They're the ones that are in charge of the comics. I started back in like 2005. And they were sending stuff. They became friends online as kids, which was like, questionable back then. And they were passing just jokes back and forth to each other, and they sort of adopted a style for Cyanide and Happiness because it wasn't really about the look of the characters. It was more so about how to tell the funniest joke and get that across. And that's kind of how it adopted. And the name Cyanide and Happiness came from the comic. I'm blanking on it because it's been so long since I read it or looked at it, but it was something to the degree of like a guy was in an alleyway offering, hey, I've got Cyanide and I've got Happiness. And then everyone was like, good name. And that was it. Yeah. So that's kind of where it came from. It wasn't, if this is answering your question, it wasn't set out to be what it is today. In fact, we should not exist. That was not the goal, and it wasn't what anyone expected it to be. So. Do you guys like this, or should we just head out?
One more thing.
You are killing me.
So good, yeah. They cell shaded for the back row, I would say. Big weapon. It's a very big weapon. Very big weapon. Disappointed. So disappointed. Sniper King in the room together. Of justice, so cool. I'm obsessed. That is cool, bro. They're all here. They're all here. It's a fan sign. Who camps? They're so sparkly. Their wings are sparkly. Oh, I love the sparkles. They have the sparkly tattoo. Oh, they're fighting. Uh-oh. Gorgeous. I'm going this way. Oddly scary, but beautiful. My two favorite things. The kid in a cage is having a great time. They should have behaved more. They're doing fine. I have a medal, a spinning medal. Oh, I told you it was heavy. I know. Give it up for Cruella de Vil. Give it up for your con chair. And Teddy. $1,000 cash prize. A custom medal. And a belt. It is going to go to Mary Cosplay as Chimera. The leather, all this texture done by hand. Give it up. Perfect. Yeah, it is.
And just one more thing, all of the textures you see on there, she did that by blowing bubbles in stain and then putting the leather in the bubbles. So brand new techniques that we've never seen before as well.
GalaxyCon Columbus, please give it up for your 2025 craftsmanship winner!
So they're closing up the con. Most of the celebrities have gone. There's Mel Flanagan though. That's the voice for Naruto. She's still here. But aside from the people over there, everybody's gone. Yeah, like almost all the celebrities are gone, except, remember Matthew Lillard? Showed that earlier. He has had a line wrapping around. So this is like 500 people, and then there's more lines behind there. Those people are waiting for Matthew Lillard. This guy is never going home. After the con, we were getting drinks and food at the bar at our hotel. At the table next to us was Toph and the Boulder from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and this guy just kept going, "The Boulder!" And we had to get a picture with him. So if you remember from the start of the video, me and my girlfriend, as soon as we turned into the artist alley, we immediately fell in love with these robot paintings by this guy who goes by Stinky Robot. But she really liked this one, so she got this painting here, and this is it is a print, but it's a limited print. This is 111 out of 200, so there'll only ever be 200 of this painting that's printed. And it's got a certificate on the back, and I got this one here. I just fell in love with like the colors. It doesn't show up great on cam, but it's like this super vibrant, bright pink colors, and like the octopus and stuff. It's just super bright and vibrant, and I think it's going to look great in our living room. But I got number 23 out of 250. So yeah, super happy with these. We've got some frames ordered. Gonna get these hung up soon. Stinky Robot, you guys should check out his stuff. He's awesome. Here's the Bowser autograph. And then the lady who does Princess Peach also does Toad. So I got the image of both. So I have Peach, Toad, and I have Mario, which will go right here. So I've got like a whole thing of Nintendo signatures. I'm trying to build them all up. I really want Daisy, but apparently Daisy doesn't go to any of the cons. The voice actor for Princess Peach, I was talking to her about it, and she said that the lady who voices Princess Daisy is extremely nervous and anxious and doesn't like meeting people. So it's very hard to get Daisy's signature. So she's one of my favorite characters. So I'm gonna try and get that one day. Hopefully she'll go to something. But yeah, super excited with our haul here. And then of course, there's Sam Riegel's signature there. And you know this is framed. You know this hangs in our living room downstairs. New people come over all the time and they just look at it and they're like, what? It's awesome. If you made it this far, I really hope you enjoyed the video. This one took forever for me to edit, but I appreciate the support. Thanks so much, as usual, and I'll see you soon.